Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name's John if you're new here, and today we're going to be talking about Tinder tips, tricks, do's and don'ts, and like Tinder 101. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video and get started. So today I wanted to talk about Tinder do's and don'ts, or like Tinder 101 for gay guys. And if you don't know what Tinder is a dating app. Tinder is a dating app, and Tinder can be used by straight people, gay people, lesbian people, whoever. But there are like some flaws to that, I feel like, and I'm gonna discuss that later in the video. So what I wanted to say about Tinder is a great app. Out of all the dating apps that I've used in the gay community, I want to say Tinder is by far my most favorite, just because it's one that I've used the most, and it's the one that I've actually met people on, whereas the other ones I've never met people on, or they never wanted to go through, or I've lost the connection with them, because if it's like Bumble, you always lose. They have to respond within 24 hours, and if you don't respond, then you're shit out of luck. So yeah, out of all the dating apps, and Chappy is like, I don't know. I never had good luck with Chappy. There's not that many users on Chappy. I feel like there's more users on Tinder, and I feel like that is another reason, because Tinder has been around for so long. It's been around for a while. With that being said, there are some problems with Tinder. Is basically one problem being Tinder is both for men and women and any sexuality. So you can choose if you want a man or woman, or you want a woman. With that being said, sometimes the algorithm or whatever gets messed up, and when you're swiping left or right, you actually get a straight guy by accident, or you get a straight girl by accident. And most gay guys probably will swipe left to the woman. But for the guy, they don't know if they're gay or straight, and they're hot, they usually swipe right. Well, obviously that person will never see that, because they put women in their profile and not man, because they're not gay. So that, I feel like, is a flaw with Tinder. Sometimes they mix up gay people and straight people, and sometimes you get a straight person and you have no idea, but you're like, oh, I like them. And then you wonder out why these people never swipe you back. Well, sometimes they are straight. Simple as that. Another reason being, they've gotten better with that though, over the years I've noticed, but another reason being would be old accounts. A lot of people have old Tinder accounts, and they never like cut them off if they haven't been active or whatever, which they should, which Tinder should, because it makes no sense if they're already in a relationship and then you swipe right on them, but then you go to their Instagram if it's linked and you're like, oh, hey, they already have a boyfriend, what the hell? Why are you still on Tinder? Well, that's another flaw with Tinder. Tinder has old accounts sometimes, and honestly, there's nothing you really can do about that. It's just swipe right and hope for the best. So that's another frustration that I have, is like when you click on someone's profile and you go into their Instagram and you see that they have a boyfriend, but their profile's still on Tinder, it's just like, what the fuck? Sometimes that happens. Actually, a lot of times that happens. That happens a lot. Let's be honest with that. That happens a lot. And Tinder, you need to fix that. Maybe like if they're not on it for like a month or two, maybe like log off their account and then make them log in back in. I don't know. You know, just like do something like cool and interesting where like it takes them off of Tinder's eligible bachelor list, because then you don't have people like swiping right on them and they're not actually active. I feel like the experience would be much more enjoyable, you know? Another reason being, another one reason I don't like Tinder, based on how far someone is from you, the mileage of someone. And I think that like isn't fair, because sometimes people have like 90 and they're searching for people like, you know, 90 miles away. But the other person that you're swiping right on may not have that on 90. So it's just like, if you're swiping right on them, they'll never see your profile. So you're just like, well, I'm swiping right on this person, but I will never see them if they don't have, if they're just at 30. If they're just at 30 and you're at 90 and they're like 86 miles away, they'll never see you because they're set to 30. And it's like, well, shit. With age, I see that's a little different. With age, I feel like, of course, that makes sense. And age, I think, is a good, the age part has always worked for me. Like if you're looking for 22 to 28 or something, that always works. But for distance, I feel like that's always the flaw, because you always are finding these really nice guys or cool guys or whatever that you want to meet, but they don't have their set, and you never get a match because you're just like, shit, I'm too far from them. And that happens, and I feel like Tinder should never show you those people if they don't have their thing set to 90 or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know, I don't work for Tinder, so I don't know if that's actually the case, but I feel like that is a flaw a lot of the time, and that doesn't happen. So, I want to say, like, basically the good things about Tinder, and let's turn it around a little bit. So, one of the best things I like about Tinder is that you can super like people, and you can also like people, and I think that's a good way to get someone's attention, is super liking them. Now, another thing is I super like people by accident a lot of the time, and it's annoying as hell because I'm used to Chappy and Bumble where you just swipe up for the profiles, you know, to see more pictures. But Tinder, it's like you tap to the right or left. So it's just like naturally sometimes I accidentally go up and I'm like, my fuck. I swipe right on them or super like them, and I'm just like, no, I didn't mean to do that. So I wish they had like a reject super like button or like a confirm, like, do you want to confirm the super like, yes or no, and just like yes or no, because a lot of the times when I super like people it's by accident. Rarely do I super like because I feel like sometimes it's like too out there. I don't know, I mean that's just how I feel. I do obviously see people who super like me and I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, yes or no. But anywho, that being said, I do think super like is a good feature to get someone's attention, and I do like that feature if you use it properly. Another reason being is that I like that it includes every gender and sexuality. I like that, you know, Chappy and well, Chappy, I guess. Chappy and Grindr are mostly for gay people and trans people or something like that. So with that being said, Tinder includes everyone, but that's when the Tinder kind of falls short and it mixes people up sometimes, you know, straights, gays, and lesbians and all that. So sometimes it's flawed in that sense, but I do like that it is very inclusive and that it includes everyone and there's like no barriers, so that's really nice. You can pay for Tinder. I have never paid for it, but you can pay extra for Tinder to like get more. If you swipe right on a person by accident, which does happen a lot of time, you can like rewind, or you can search like farther away from where you are, or say that you're in LA, or say that you're in New York or something like that. So I think that's a cool feature. Would I ever pay for that? No, but I mean, if you really are in somewhere rural, or you know, you need to get out there, or you want to just talk to someone, I mean, I would say look into it, maybe try it out, see how it works. I know Grindr has that feature now too, but I wouldn't recommend using Grindr ever. Another do is, honestly, if you really like someone and you match, message them like, you don't have to wait, just message them right away and say that you're interested in them, you know, have a conversation with them, say hi, how are you, something like that. Intrigue them, grab their attention. Don't just wait for them to respond. If you're not really interested in them, then maybe just like see what they have to say, I guess. But if you really want to talk to this person and you really like them based on their profile bio or the picture, then speak up, say hi, how are you? You know, just say something, some gesture, anything will help. I mean, obviously, if they don't respond, then obviously you know they're not interested in you, but you never know until you try. So that's another tip that I want to say. I just love the fluidity and easiness of Tinder as well. Tinder is very fluid, it works very well, it's very fast, very quick, and you know, just when you're bored one day, you just want to swipe right or left, it works very well. With other apps, I found that it's very laggy sometimes, or it just doesn't work out as well. Tinder works, it works very well, and I mean, obviously it's the OG app that had this left or right swipe, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, that's why I like Tinder a lot. I mean, it's just usually my go-to, and for gay people especially, I don't know for lesbian people, but for gay people, it's more of a serious relationship app. Whereas Grindr is more of a hookup app, Tinder is like a step up, and it's more of like, obviously you can still hook up on Tinder, but it's more like get to know someone, and you have to connect with Facebook, so it has to be a real account. So it's more real and raw and authentic, and you just can form better relationships and friendships out of that, I feel like, than Grindr. Not to say Grindr is like, you can't do that with Grindr. You can, it's just very much more difficult, and like I said before, Grindr is more labeled as a hookup app than anything else. But for straight people, Tinder is a hookup app, which makes no sense. That's what I've heard from all of my friends who are straight. They say Tinder is more of a hookup app, and they use Bumble, which is more serious, I don't like Bumble because of the fact that you only get 24 hours to respond to someone, and usually those people never respond because they're busy or they're never on the app. So it's like you connect with someone and you lose the connection. And for gay guys, you can talk, so it's just like, well, I don't know. So if you're straight, they said that Bumble is more of a serious app. Bumble kind of can get frustrating because of the 24-hour thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like Tinder. Straight people don't like Tinder for some reason. A lot of my friends don't like Tinder because they're like, oh, it's just a hookup app. I don't want to be on that. Blah blah blah. I'm just like, really? Like for gay people, it's totally different. That's the difference between gays and straights. It's like really. And if any of you guys are lesbian out there, let me know. Like, is it the same? Is it the same as like gay guys? Is it more of a serious relationship app or is it more of a hookup app? I'm very curious to know because I never knew that straight people were like, oh yeah, Tinder is a hookup app. And I'm like, really? Like, I think it's more of a serious app. I was baffled on that. But yeah, those are like my kind of tips. Tinder, get out there, start exploring, find new people. I mean, that's what I used when I was coming out, is to like find people that I could just hang out with. Not even be in a relationship with it, but just hang out with and have fun and maybe date here and there. Obviously, it's a more serious app, but I wouldn't say it's a hookup app, and obviously you can do that still, but I mean, a lot of people are usually on there for more genuine connections, either friends or relationships. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy these like kind of tips or tricks of Tinder. Tinder is a great app. I recommend it. I use it, and you know, I've met a lot of good people, and I've had a lot of great stories, as you guys have seen, and I have more stories to share with you guys, so if you ever want to hear those, let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. If you like this video, please give me a huge thumbs up and subscribe for more content. All my social media links will be linked down below, so check them out and go follow me. As always, guys, never give up, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.